You see her everywhere. The pink convertible, the Dreamhouse, the endless careers. For generations, Barbie has been the ultimate icon of childhood, a symbol of aspiration, fashion, and fun. But what if I told you that the world's most famous doll has a secret past, a past that's far from child's play? Because Barbie wasn't born a role model, she was a scandal. Before there was Barbie, there was Lilli, and Lilli wasn't meant for kids. Let's travel back to 1950s Germany. A cartoonist named Reinhard Buffen created a character for the popular newspaper, Bild Zeitung. Her name was Lilli. She was a sassy, ambitious, and undeniably adult character. Lilli was a gold digger, a bombshell who knew what she wanted and wasn't afraid to use her looks to get it. Her comics were filled with witty, suggestive one-liners. For example, when a policeman told her off for wearing a bikini in public, she cheekily replied, "Oh, and what part of the bikini do you suggest I take off?" She was an instant hit, not with children, but with German men. The newspaper decided to cash in on her popularity by creating a doll in her image. The Bild Lilli doll first hit shelves in 1955. She wasn't sold in toy stores. Instead, you'd find her in tobacco shops and adult novelty stores, often purchased as a gag gift for bachelor parties or dangled from a car's rearview mirror. She was a kitschy, playful pin-up figure for adults. So, how did this German bombshell for grown-ups transform into America's sweetheart for little girls? This is where Ruth Handler, the co-founder of Mattel, enters the story. While on a family trip to Europe in 1956, she stumbled upon the Lilli doll in a Swiss shop. At the time, the dolls available for her daughter, Barbara, were mostly paper dolls or baby dolls. Handler had long envisioned a three-dimensional adult doll that girls could use to project their dreams and aspiration onto. When she saw Lilli, she saw the potential. She saw the future. Handler brought a few Lilli dolls back to the United States and got to work. She and her team at Mattel redesigned the doll, softening her features slightly, but keeping the distinctive, mature physique. They named this new creation Barbie, after Handler's own daughter. In 1959, Barbie made her grand debut at the American International Toy Fair in New York City. She was a sensation, but also a source of major controversy. You have to remember the context of the late 1950s. The toy market was dominated by innocent baby dolls. Then, along comes Barbie, with her arched eyebrows, side-glancing eyes, and a figure that was, to put it mildly, not childlike. Many parents were horrified. They saw her as too mature, too provocative for their daughters. Toy buyers were skeptical, believing that no mother would ever buy such a doll for her child. But Ruth Handler was a marketing genius. She bypassed the skeptical parents and went straight for the kids. Mattel became one of the first toy companies to advertise directly to children on television, famously sponsoring the Mickey Mouse Club. Kids saw Barbie on TV, living a glamorous life, and they wanted it. They begged their parents, and soon enough, Mattel couldn't keep up with the demand. The gamble paid off, and Barbie became a cultural phenomenon. Mattel eventually bought the rights to the original Bild Lilli doll in 1964, and production of the German doll ceased. The scandalous original was officially erased, replaced by her squeaky clean American counterpart. But even as Barbie's popularity soared, the controversies didn't disappear. They just evolved. The most enduring criticism has been about her unrealistic body proportions. If Barbie were a real woman, it's been estimated she'd be around 5'9" tall, with a 39-inch bust, an 18-inch waist, and 33-inch hips. Her neck wouldn't be able to support her head, and her tiny ankles and feet would mean she'd have to crawl on all fours to get around. It's a physical impossibility. For decades, critics and researchers have argued that this impossible physical standard has had a profound impact on body image, particularly for young girls. Studies have suggested that exposure to Barbie can lead to a desire for thinness and dissatisfaction with one's own body. In 1963, a slumber party Barbie set even came with a tiny scale permanently set to 110 pounds and a diet book that simply said, "Don't eat." It's easy to laugh at it now, but it highlights how deeply the pressure to be thin was embedded in Barbie's world. From the very beginning, it wasn't just her body, it was her lifestyle. Early Barbie was all about fashion, dates with Ken, and looking good, while she later became an astronaut, a doctor, and a president. Her initial message was often seen as reinforcing traditional gender roles. The focus was on appearance, attracting a man, and consumerism. Yet, you can't deny the other side of the coin. For millions, Barbie was a blank canvas for imagination. Ruth Handler's vision was that through Barbie, a girl could be anything she wanted to be. Before Barbie, girls played at being mothers with baby dolls. With Barbie, they could play at being a career woman, an adventurer, or a fashion designer. She offered a glimpse into an independent adult life, free from parents and full of possibilities. She owned her own dream house, drove her own car, and had a resume longer than anyone you know. In that sense, she was quietly revolutionary. So, how do we reconcile these two versions of Barbie? The scandalous adult toy and the inspiring role model? The symbol of impossible beauty standards and the icon of female empowerment? The truth is, she's all of those things at once. Barbie is a mirror, reflecting the changing, and often contradictory, values of our society over the last 60+ years. Her story begins with an adult gag gift, a pin-up doll for men, whitewashed and rebranded for an audience of children. It continues with a decades-long debate about body image and consumerism. And today, the story is still evolving. Mattel has made significant strides in recent years, introducing Barbies with different body types, skin tones, and abilities. We now have curvy Barbie, tall Barbie, petite Barbie, and Barbies in wheelchairs. The brand is actively trying to correct its past and present a more inclusive and realistic vision of beauty and success. The journey from Build Lilli to the diverse dolls of today is a fascinating, complex, and yes, disturbing story. It reminds us that even the most cherished symbols of childhood can have complicated and surprising origins. It forces us to ask critical questions about the toys we give our children and the messages they carry. Barbie wasn't just a toy, she was a cultural battleground, and her legacy continues to shape conversations about beauty, ambition, and what it means to be a woman in a modern world. Thank you so much for watching. What are your memories of Barbie? Did you know about her scandalous past? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more stories behind the things you thought you knew. See you next time.